Sergio, Obi besides Nations FC, omo losses against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Sergio, near 10 Nations Eba Ghana Premier League, no, they've never lost against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. In terms of Ghana Premier League, Omoni Kotoko about 4 games. Sergio, the first season, no, 2-2, ewo Abraham Kessben, and of course, Omo Beshe Kotoko 1-0, ewo ha. And last season, 2-0. Ewa Boise, and almost share Kotoko 2-0. Ewa Abraham Kessben.
Okay.
The only defeat at Kotoko, the amount the 4-2 game at FA Cup, no, Sergio. And Unkwa Sergio, that's the 2 seasons ago, no. And Nona Mukwala, a share 2 goals, no. And Nona Sergio, the only defeat at Kotoko, the Ama Nations FC.
Okay.
Apart from Enono, Kotoko share Nations FC.
Oh, okay. Yes. Almost here how many times?
Almost here 5.
5 times?
Yeah, 4 league games, 1 FA Cup. Yeah, 4 league game, no. Nations are winning Mumiensa.
Okay.
Bakuna a draw.
Bakuna a draw?
Yeah, the 2-2 draw na. Yeah, Pinche BSC, Abraham Kessben.
Yeah, Abraham Kessben, yes.
Yes,
yes.
And the rest ning na Amasha Kotoko.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was league mu.
League mu, okay.
It was league mu. And the FA Cup no kwana Kotoko Ashom. Yes, and nkwa.
Enu Babayara.
4-2 no.
Okay.
Yes, that's the only defeater. Kotoko Eddie Ama Nations. Ewo nti omu Kotoko nsho mu da. Ewo league mu. Sergio obi nso bisa say North Africans are taking 4 slots no. Yes, eno Algeria so ebeka Egypt ho mo so qualifier. Omo koka Morocco and of course Tunisia. Omo di kan abuki omo ticket in September, which in September last month no. Sergio significance nini. The first country from Africa to qualify for World Cup was from the northern part of the continent. And that was Egypt in 1934. Even in 1934, that year was second edition of the World Cup. No, not even how many African countries were independent. Only few. You can talk of Nigeria, Liberia, Moji Omo independence, 1876. Egypt, Moji Omo independence, 1922. And of course, Ethiopia, Monya colonized that. So only few. So Egypt became the first African country to make it to the World Cup, then called United Arab Republic. After Egypt, even the next one to be at the World Cup was Morocco in 1970. Sergio Yenono Sinche, the first team from the continent to win a game at the World Cup was from the northern part of the continent, and that was Tunisia in 1978. The first team to progress beyond group stage ever World Cup was also a team from the northern part of the continent, i.e. Morocco. And Omwa the first team from Africa to enter into the medal zone, which is the last 4 of the World Cup. So Sergio, that's the significance. And besides that, Omwa investment in football, no, swaba. And for me, that is one of the reasons Sawaha this time around the qualifiers, North Africans, you know, Eddie Nketiah Odoi. Where a team like Algeria see one of the games against Guinea, they lost, and Sergio quickly they turn over and make sure say the rest of the games lose. Egypt went through the whole qualifiers without losing a game. The same also applies to Tunisia and Morocco. So the North Africans are doing massively well. The World Cup qualifiers, you know, only 5, but 4 of them are picking the slot, you know. Sergio Binsu besides Morocco under 20. I win the qualify the next stage of the World Cup under 20 edition after beating South Korea yesterday. Now, amount for investment at Morocco from the national teams to the club side, and then of course even come to Emma football. Na Arab folk Emma football enye bibiasa. But nowadays they are investing a lot. Morocco have seen tremendous improvement in their game of Royal Moroccan football or more precedent, you know. Consistently, you see them being in CAF competitions, either Champions League or CAF Confederations Cup. Ebedru maybe not every year be Sejo. Now at least one of our more sides ever finals, you know. Because in 2017, WAC were African champions. 2018, Raja were Confederations Cup champions. 2019, you saw WAC in the finals, but unfortunately, Omuluzu against Esperance de Tunis. And of course, Saba, how RS Bekan won the CAF Confederations Cup in 2020. And we've seen Raja in 2021 again, Confederation. 2022, you saw WAC again winning in 2022. Time they were in the last Women's World Cup. Even Sergio Omoko, the Women's World Cup, no, they went into the next stage after group stages. No, they progressed beyond the group stages. And beside that, Sahe how Omomano aside team Euremu in terms of women's AFCON finals, no. And Sergio, a significant investment na Morocco for no 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 huaba ena omoso no. Sergio Binsu beside say Mediama of late. Yes, Sergio, Mediama of late. Anya omo players omo wure into the Black Stars color pa.
Okay.
Yes, because Kamara Dean at a point was part of the Black Stars. Ubenya Jonathan Soa, even he was with us in Ivory Coast, Ewa AFCON.
Okay.
Ono alongside Abdul Fattah Hamidou. At least Obeka Prince also ono so abana sayai. At a point Rashid Note also had 1 or 2 collabs. So recently Mediama almost aye teamer omo amma some couple of guys to the Black Stars in terms of collab about recently. So Sergio, I think that even at a point in time CAF Champions League omo remnoa. Sergio, me mentias ya nientia Felix Chia and AFCON 2023.
Okay.
Me mentias ya.
Right.
Because now Mediama were performing creditably well. Shani performance going to top games are only top teams able. Mediama against Belouizdad, Mediama against Ali, Mediama against Yanga. And Sergio Nani exploits were very key. And Kenya Noah, Sergio Mediama could have lose around 5 or 6 against Ali. And even Shani exploits in that game against young Africans in Tanzania. So Sergio Mediama have done well in terms of how they be able to manage almost set up now. Say Omonia contribution in terms of call up also Edema Black Stars. You know. Sergio Bisu Bisa say the rest of the slot na aka ewo continent Africa 2026 World Cup ayeko. There were 9 automatic slots. North Africans so they can take 4. So now 5 NAK SSA the rest of the countries no etimi fighting. Now West Africans I am seeing 4 West African teams at least making it into the World Cup. I am seeing 4 West African sides because the Black Stars are through, almost through. Ivory Coast is likely to make into the World Cup this time around. And besides, where the giant stepper Senegal Ateki Ewomu group now after beating DR Congo in the last game, they are also on top of their group. Cape Verde also is likely to make it into the World Cup now. I'm seeing them beating Eswatini in the last game.
Okay.
Probably Benin etimi yiri ni ho because on also LED. Yet South Africa 4 points no. On also LED. So Benin etimi top in a group now. So it means the rest of the 5 slots will be filled by West Africans. Benin etimi top in a group now. The rest of the 5 slots in now. But I'm currently seeing at least 4 slots to the West African side in the Philly. Yeah, I'm seeing the Black Stars of Ghana, the Blue Sharks of Cape Verde, the Taranga Lions of Senegal, and the Les Elephants de la Côte d'Ivoire. At least I'm seeing these 4 sides are likely to be me. So you be so besides Kotokone work head to head.
Yeah.
Kotokone work head to head.
Yeah.
1987 Kotoko kwa yi Zamalek no Kotoko share work along the line.
87.
Yes.
Okay.
Kotoko shomu 2-0 ewo ha. Ene koye 1-1 draw ewa we.
Okay.
So Kotoko eyo mu frame.
Okay.
And apart from I know na 2002 there no a final of the CAF Cup Winners' Cup no. 1-0 a work e share Kotoko. Ena Kotoko nso share 2-1 ewa ha.
Yeah.
And uye no sinche afi no about 2004 CAF Confederation. Kotoko ne has a drop Champions League eba no. Omo ba CAF Confederation no final eliminator no Kotoko met work.
Yeah.
Kotoko shomu 2-0 ewa ha. Ene sa koye 1-1 ewa we. So Kotoko asho mo miensa omo ashe Kotoko bako ena mienu aye draw.
Okay.
So head to head Kotoko is above WAC, Wydad Athletic Casablanca.
Okay.
In terms of their meetings or the continent, no. So you obi nso beside say, Coach Otto Addo. Should he be the man to lead us to the World Cup? For me, I'm saying no.
Or qualify
yeah, we qualify we. But Sergio, I think we need a proper coach. Above the. Yeah. Sergio, I think we need a better coach above him, because I'm seeing the materials now. You will top coach. You be much more improved performance than him. That is my point of view, based on senior amount for share more sentiment on Otto Addo. That is my point of view. I see. And Obinso Kas, Dr. Wimos Dieno, or say Otto Addo nye who Sergio no de Okasa menene nyajene. Na mali fono na nhye ade ne yi ase. Sergio menene nyajene. Menene yes, menene Dr. Wimos nyajene.
Okay.
Because Otto Addo beat Mali home and away. Or share Mali home and away. And or share CAR, Central African Republic, home and away.
Yeah.
And Osako share Madagascar. First leg Madagascar and you no boy, Chris Hughton a boy. But the second leg he went to Morocco and defeated CR by 3-0. And said, "Yo, all these results need even se penna sem cry, you need to give him the credit."
Okay.
Se penno cry, you need to give him the credit. So because a Mali phone na nhya se ya, menene nyadwene. Ye nyina na hya se. Even saying you told but he came on board and he was able to take over despite one of the difficulties and any challenges as the coach of Black Tag. No, said you say Obika say Otto Addo nye who this competition win more qualifies him. Said you menene nyadwene. And also a World Cup now you be free after just 3 games.
Yeah.
Said you Otto Addo and also be depending on group I'll be remove. Opponents betimi ama wetimi qualify. And Yankai said this time around World Cup, and yet he said 32 teams, 48.
Okay.
So even though Obia qualify on merit, but there could be weaker oppositions that you will meet. Are more weaker as compared to the last World Cup group now. Yeah, World Cup I am PM free group. You know, I said, "Yo, we went there. Now groups now, and we are very very tough. Because take a look at Brazil 2014. Ni Portugal, ni Germany. And the USA and the group. The group was so tough, and from that tournament, eventually, group members and champions. That World Cup in 2014. Check the last World Cup in Qatar. And World Cup Yakobia, you will see at least one World Cup winner da Yeniniko group. World Cup Yakobia.
Okay.
At least you will see one member, one winning World Cup neda. Because German 2000s they were Italy. Italy were former champions. Omaji World Cup no da. And eventually they won it.
Okay.
You called 2010 Brazil. Germany were in our group.
South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa.
Yeah.
Germany were in our group. Germany were former champions before. 2014, yes, Russia, Germany now. They were former champions, and even they emerged as the champions of that tournament.
Yeah.
And the last World Cup in Qatar, Uruguay have been former champions before. The World Cup.
Okay.
No a group. Nti ebe depending on group award because for this time now likely say benya debutants. Imagine say unya some Jordan bisa aoba for the World Cup. Iran bisa. Say you can manage.
Yeah.
So say even so todo ne kwa enye say chinchina ye bowre mu World Cup after 3 games near free enye chinchina sa ebe depending on the group no and dynamics and the opponent yeni omoba be share ebia no so and ebetimi a determine say no say you obi nso beside on Eddie Nketiah and Hudson-Odoi. So me point in I'm going to be emotional on this.
Okay.
We don't need to give him the chance. The door is closed.
Okay.
Me Eddie Nketiah de nukra de enyam me yate se Odoi. Odoi de ne die chi because ka Odoi kabaya ka kata kokobi.
Yeah.
Because we were close. Now we were knocking on his door. Say omra no ye ne nko kata. Say ya free Chelsea or Nottingham Forest England MFU say na afe na mobile be consider decision ne dia say you in as much as say amount for who said they are quality players, yes, they can add a lot to our team. Say you I'm going to be emotional on this. Yeah.
Odoi and my friend so say apart from say a call fan, he went to the extent of going to the president, taking a passport and getting signing on Ghana jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Odoi.
I'm telling you this today.
I see.
Me pictures or
didn't see it.
I don't know. Okodu learned in against us.
I see. well. And I was obey emotional, our emphasis, right? Okay.